So these are the blow mold candles that my dad got me. These came from the estate sale where that Westinghouse fan came from, and these wax strips I'll repaint in white and the rest red, and maybe those in green, those leaves, but no big deal. I got a year to get those done, so those might just get washed and put up in the garage until I get to them. Okay, I started the restoration process of these blow mold candles here. So the starting was cleaning all the mud and dirt off, and I took the sockets out. I gotta clean them up, and I'll probably put some maybe LED bulbs in, but they're clean. Next step is paint. So this is the paint I use. It says it bonds to plastic. So they're going to be, I'm going to repaint the wax strips are going to be white. The base is going to be gold, white wax strips, and then the candle's red. So this will be white, gold, red. Alright, I just painted the white and the gold, and I'll let that dry a couple days and I'll mask it off and paint the red. It's just easier just to spray it like that and then mask it. These are made by, I don't know if that shows up, it says BECO, B-E-C-O, item number 558, 120 volt it says. Alright, the next step was taping everything off, and I just go around and tape the wax off. Then you can take a screwdriver and you can just make sure, like there where there's something hanging over, and you can just kind of pull the tape back, and then I'll just wrap some paper around the top here with tape. And then when I spray it, I'll just mist this lightly a couple coats, and that'll seal the edges here. So when I put it on a little wetter, paint doesn't go underneath the masking tape. I still have to tape the bottom off here, so we'll get to that and get the paper on it and get it painted. Alright, 20 minutes later, it is ready to shoot with some red paint. We'll get this one painted, and then I'll start masking the other one while the first coat on this dries. I'll probably put 2 coats on it. Alright, the red is on. We'll start masking off that one. Okay, you kind of get the after picture. I did get a little red overspray in a couple spots where it went through the tape, and I'll just take a little brush and hit those spots. No big deal, but came out pretty good. So I'll finish, just started masking this one. I did a little better job of masking this up on this one so I wouldn't get the overspray underneath the tape in any spots. The other one, 2 or 3 spots. I got a minor bit of overspray, and once that red is dry, maybe tomorrow I'll just take a brush and touch it up. I'll just spray the paint into a cap and then just take my brush, and if I do it before it's dry, it'll turn pink. So anyway, let's take this one out and give it a spray and see how it comes out. Next is repair and put in the wiring and sockets. This one, the wire is broken right there. So probably just replace all the wiring. And I don't know if this one, the bulb's harder to read, but this one on the top, it actually is an old Edison bulb. It says Edison on it, 25 watt Edison. So those are probably the original bulbs, and I'm missing 2 of these. So I'll go to the hardware and get a couple of these, and I'll get some cord. I think I have plug-ins and stuff. Kind of like that's the way the bulb goes, so those line up, and then this goes over, and then those little push clips go in. So I'll get this thing wired up and get them illuminated. So I kind of just freehand brush painted those. I just thought it would look a little nicer. Painted the one in the back too. Alright, what I did here was I soldered an extra lead. This is the socket that's going to go up in the candle, and I'm trying to hold the camera and the wiring here. So these are where I soldered, and I soldered an extra lead to plug the other candle in with a little plug on the end of it. One that I saved off an old string of Christmas lights. So let's get this together. Use my trusty, that's what I use to solder it, and this is the solder I use, and then the heat shrink tubing. Alright, you can see how that's all soldered up, so let's see if these things work. Now this is what I did, was I put plugs so I could plug these together, and then there's just less cords laying around. And then you can shove this in there. There will be sand, a bag of sand up to about there in the bottom, but you can still shove this stuff in there, shove your excess cord in, the candles. I always hate having not enough cord when you need it. So anyway, that's the way that is. Let's see if these old original light bulbs still light. And they do. Both of the Edison 25 watts illuminate. So let's get the reflectors on and we're done. Okay, I got my vintage candles plugged in and going. These are the ones I just restored. And these ones here were my grandfather's. He used to put them on his front porch, and this is actually white plastic. The candles was all white plastic, and then this was just painted red. And there's no manufacturer, but I do have the paperwork on these. I just couldn't find it. It was an obscure manufacturer, but the candle flames are quite unique on it. I don't know if they show up or not. I'll unplug them here shortly. But I've only seen one other candle like these, and that was on eBay. It sold for like $300, so I stopped putting these out at that point because, you know, I remember them as a little kid on my grandpa's, and my dad says, oh, yeah, he remembers them too when they're at, you know, his folks' house, because he said he was in high school when my grandma got them and started putting them out. My grandma said she bought them at Woolworth. She worked for Woolworth for a while, and she bought them at Woolworth, and so those are the old vintage candles. I don't put them outside. I fear somebody would steal them. And like I say, I've never seen another set like this. There's no names on them or anything. And again, it's white plastic that has red paint on it. That's the way it was manufactured. These are red plastic, completely red, as you saw in the beginning, and I painted that white because I like that white on these. I think that looks really good on these. So I'm assuming these ones here are probably from the early 60s. These ones are from the late 40s, early 50s. My dad graduated from high school in 1953. So these would have been probably right around 49, 50 when my grandma got them. And I'm not sure on these. But anyway, that's kind of the blow mold candles. This pair I'll put on the front porch this Christmas. Now, I don't know if that shows up any better, the shape of the flame with them unplugged, but they're just kind of a neat shape. But anyway, if you enjoy my videos, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching my videos.